Preach.
Yeah, go ahead. Stand up right where you are if you want to. Go ahead.
Jeffy, do you want to preach?
If you want to. If you don't want
the
to,
audience shouldn't be able to intimidate you into this. If you want to do it, it's up to you.
Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed.
Hello, Internet. You're like, we've seen too much of you in the last few days. Too many videos have come out, Adam.
Now, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Wait just a minute, please. People want to know what that means that you just said.
You need to stop making videos. And I will, don't worry, I promise. I just want to make an oil of the dead with you.
In your own word, tell us, what does that mean?
It means just what it says.
Don't yell it to us. Tell us what that means.
Well,
I've never read the Bible, let's pretend, and I don't understand that type of language.
Do you want to make an oil of the dead with me? Of course you want to make an oil of the dead with me. Oh wait, we need that. So you're gonna need to hear the outside world and can deal with it because it's raining and I love the sound of rain. But you're gonna need some parsley. If you can't get your hands on patchouli, you're gonna need parsley, okay? Patchouli is another one that you'll need, but if you can't get your hands on it, just substitute it with a lot of parsley, okay? Parsley. Do you understand? Parsley. You're like, what's going on with your altar? Well, I need to clean it, but I've been busy. I had a job interview today. Not particularly sure how it went, but you know, the first job interview in a very long time is like the first date in a very, very long time. It's hard to do. Also, my magics that we did yesterday with Dentalian, video linked in the description. Girl, ooh, little sister. I mean, it didn't exactly get Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson to tell the truth about the situation of what's going on, but it did get Tati Westbrook to speak out and, like, just rip them a new one. And then Shane Dawson decided to go on Instagram Live and, like, freak out publicly about what was going on. And just, I don't know. Don't with demons, okay? Don't with demons. Like, all I did was a truth spell. And, I mean, I originally wanted Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson to just come forward and be like, look, we're horrible, horrible people who've done horrible, horrible things on the platform. But this worked way better. Way better. Okay? I'm attributing... I knew that Tati Westbrook would come out and make a video. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the spell, just speed things along. I'm putting in some wormwood because wormwood is another thing that's really great for the dead. We're also going to be working with Boone today, so I've got red sandalwood around here. You're like, Boone is for money, honey. Except Boone is also a demon who changes the places of the dead with demons. Or something. Essentially, he turns dead people into demons, spirits into demons. So I was like, oh, okay. So he's really great with working with dead people. You're like, what is the purpose of this oil of the dead, and why do we care about Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, and why are you doing magic on that situation? Well, you'll have to watch yesterday's video. I'm putting in lavender because lavender will just make it look prettier and smell better when you burn it. You can burn this on a coal. Lavender, the only reason I am literally putting lavender in here is for a better smell. That's it. That's all. I'm putting in some red sandalwood because Boone. Okay, whatever. By the way, as I've said in previous videos, this is what a real witch's altar looks like. Shady, I'm shady today. Okay, so this oil of the dead actually takes 3 days to make. Super easy to get it going. Get the oil into the thingamabobber, burn the candle on top of the thingamabobber, dressed in the same herbs. You pray to Boone, you conjure up the spirits of the dead, the spirits of the land, the spirits of the earth. You probably want to put some more patchouli in here. You know what? Instead of patchouli, I'm gonna go with juniper berries because they're also very earthy. We want the spirits of the dead, the spirits of the land, the spirits of the earth, the spirits that like to tell us what to do. This oil is kind of, you know how I like to say that I burn patchouli a lot for the spirits of the dead? Because I work with the spirits of the dead a lot. They're the ones that tell me what to do all the time. Well, this is kind of like a rededication oil. So you would use this oil to dress candles, like white candles. You would use this oil to dress tools that you're using working with the dead, so on and so forth. This is really great for ancestor altars if you have it as well. Instead of just putting in the herbs that I put in, think of some of the things and herbs that they liked. So if they had a favorite cooking spice, if they had tobacco, if maybe grandma grew a few select herbs every year because she really liked those herbs, right? So you'd want to put things in there for them. But in this particular case, this oil is just like a dedication, a general, spirits, not a spirit. You could make this oil for a particular spirit if you wanted to. Remember, we want pretty Instagram-worthy oils, so we want things to be floaty. I don't know, after I made this oil, the lid came off. But after I made this road opener oil and it turned all yellow and pretty, that's Instagram-worthy. Like, I don't even want to use this road opener oil because this is like Instagram pretty. Okay. So, I'm gonna put in coconut oil. Again, I love to put in coconut oil. So you're like, how is this a 3-day long process? Because each day, what you do is you burn a new white candle on top for 3 days. And during those 3 days, you're dedicating yourself and you are honoring and giving thanks. That's not really all that pretty. I don't know. Sorry, it's like really high up, but that's not all. I was trying to see in the light. It's kind of a pretty oil. It's not as pretty as the road opener. The road opener is way prettier. This is kind of pretty. Anyways, you're like, it's not Instagram worthy. So for 3 days, we need that to sit down. We're just gonna wait to see what this cork is gonna do. Because I don't know if this cork is just gonna pop right out. So I did this love oil with Belith, and I made a love oil for him. And I was burning candles on top, and the cork popped out, and the candle went like across the room. And I was like, okay, good thing I was sitting in the living room. Hello, fire safety, how are you?
So what can we do to be fire smart this season? Unplug your Christmas lights at night, remind your parents to test their smoke alarms, and always keep a safe distance from the fireplace.
Whoa, hold up, man. This fireplace is where the toys come down. I love me some toys.
Yes, but the fireplace is still very dangerous.
Anyways, I don't know. Demons are weird. We're gonna use this to dress the candle, okay? That's what we're gonna do. Now, you might be thinking, well, why aren't you dressing it with the oil of the dead? Because we want to dress it with coconut oil. And we need to get an incense going before we fully dress this. Do I have an incense holder anywhere around here? You're like, Christ, Adam, clean this altar. I found a coal. Do I have a lighter? Hello? Flammable device? We can just use this, I guess. I fucking hate lighting coals with candle flames. I sent Solitary this meme. It's Piper blowing up a demon, like she's like this, and then it cuts to the demon and the demon glows up, and I'm like, this is how you take care of business on the internet. Or something. I don't remember exactly what I said. But we're gonna put some of this incense on this coal over here. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bless this space. We're gonna invite the dead. That's why I've got the 3 white candles burning over there. I don't know if you can see them. We're just gonna hit the candle. I'm just gonna take some of this oil and put it on here. It's dirty because my hands are dirty and jazz. Just kind of get some of this on here. Right, now don't overdress your candles, okay? This is, kind of shake off the excess. This is good enough. Like, you don't need it, like, you saw when I did that truth spell, right? That became a wax mess. Okay, it just became a wax mess. Oh, how are we gonna do this? Are you gonna be nice to me? Oh, I had a lighter here the whole time. Oops. This is the fun part about witchcraft. Yeah, they make this shit look real pretty on fucking Pinterest, but... Okay, we're gonna stay. I'm gonna center this a little bit, just so that the candle doesn't fall over. Okay. You're like, now what do we do? So when you want to dedicate an oil to an entity, okay, this is what I do. You don't have to do this, but do whatever you want. This is what I do. When you dedicate an oil to an entity, so this is a usable oil, but we want the wax to seal this kind of, sort of. It doesn't literally have to seal it, but we want it to burn down. We want it to burn down over 3 days. And each time you're going to dedicate yourself to whatever it is you made the oil for. So in this case, I'm rededicating myself to the spirits and being like, look, I will be your bitch again, just get noisy in my head, right? Like, I've got all this inspiration all of a sudden, and yet the spirits are so quiet. So we're making an oil that's saying, look, I love you, I appreciate you, I want to work with you again, right? We're rededicating ourselves. Lunar Wisdom's like, that's not how rededication works. But whatever, you get my point. Anyways, we're burning incense now. So I'm just going to put a little bit of intentions in here. I'm not going to do it all. I'm just going to do a little bit of it because intentions is the fun part of my videos, right? We get to listen to cool music and I get to put energy into things. But it takes a lot of energy, and this is a very private kind of ritual. There's dancing involved and just all kinds of shenanigans. So we're gonna show you the tame normal version, and you're never gonna see the other part of it. Okay, and I don't know if I'm gonna do multiple parts to this video because you can do the dedication over 3 days. Do the dedication however you want. I just let the spirits come in, envelop the situation, envelop the place, and we just dance. We dance. And we drink tequila, and we smoke a lot of weed. Well, that's me. But, you know, like, if I smoked cigarettes, we would probably smoke a lot of cigarettes. Like, my house always smells of cigarette smoke after they leave. It could also have something to do with the guy who lives downstairs that smokes a pack of cigarettes a day, but you know. Anyways. Shall we get to this? So when you're contacting your spirits, what I like to do is have their incense burning, and I don't have any more incense on there. But I do have lots of patchouli. Anyways, when you're contacting the spirits, if you're doing it for the first time, a simple candle spell to guide them with an offering of some food, leave it by a window, they'll come and they'll go. If you stay by that candle, if you stay and you feel their presence, you'll feel them come and go. My spirits just generally tend to wander through this apartment building because it was built in the 50s and God knows how many people actually died here, so, you know, there's that too. Let's go off into trance land. Okay, it's a little more intense than I wanted it to be. Just completely left this plane of existence, but you know, whatever. We'll dance around that bonfire later. So, I know you're confused, but don't be. When you're burning this, watch it when it gets low. Okay? Don't let the flame burn all the way down to the cork. It could, because the cork will absorb some of this wax that comes down. So because wax, when wet, is flammable, if you have an entire cork that is full of absorbed wax, that cork goes up in flames. Then, because there's oil in this glass, the flame touches the oil, and now the whole container is on fire. And then because of this altar, the whole house is on. Do you get where I'm going with this, right? Like, what is it? Say it with me. Fire what? That's right, safety. Anyways, speaking of other candles, we have this candle right here is almost done. It has been very, very clear and very clean and burning all the way. And my job interview today went awkwardly fine, but we will see what happens. So I'm gonna get back to dancing with them around a bonfire because that was fun. Until next time, my tubies.
Tell me how that applies in my own life.
Well, why I'm screaming is the Bible definition of preaching is Isaiah 58:1. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up your voice like a trumpet."
That strong. So, but that flame is really healthy. Okay, we're gonna talk about you later. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Girl, we're gonna talk about you later, and we're gonna talk about you later. Okay? We're gonna enjoy this. We're gonna talk about you, and we're gonna use this in videos. I'm not done making videos. This is only part one. You people are screwed.